This is James. We're gonna do a beginner's tips and trick to Phasmophobia. This game has recently been added to Xbox and it has been very successful. This video is for a lot of new players interested in getting the game, getting a feel for the game, and just helping them start out playing. Uh, so we're gonna do single players. As you see, I'm level 79, so I do have some of the higher upgraded things. We're gonna use tier 1 items. I'm not gonna add any of like the optional equipments. We're gonna just do the main equipments. So we're gonna do like the tier 1 dots. We're gonna do the flashlight. We got the spirit box. Tier 1 spirit box is a little difficult to use. The range is not as good as the others. We got the UV light. Tier 1 UV light is actually pretty decent. The EMF reader. It's a little difficult to read. I prefer the tier 3. But we're going to, again, use tier 1. We have the ghostwriting book, thermometer, and the video camera. So we're going to just use one of each item just to get a feel for the game. These are all the optional items. It's not required to find a ghost, but it does help out complete challenges. You'll get some challenges with the parabolic sound sensor. You'll get some with the motion sensor, so even the firelight. So, but this is just a basic introduction. So we're gonna just do all tier 1. Let's get it going. Let's do amateur. Insanity right off the bat is crazy. So amateur. So as you see for amateur, you have, this is recommended for new ghost hunters. You have long setup time, long hunt grace period, short hunt duration, sanity pills restore a lot of sanity, regain half of your lost equipment value if you die. Rewards are ×1 for this. And as you go up, the difficulties of rewards get greater. They really start picking up in Nightmare and Insanity, but we'll get to those in another video. So let's stick with amateur. And then, you know what? Let me just add an incense and an igniter, just so we don't die while I'm trying to explain to you guys on the equipments. So let's do, Tanglewood, the top favorite map over here. Tanglewood is amazing. It's probably my most played map, or I think everybody's most played map. But let's get it going. Alright, so as you see over here on amateur, you have a 5-minute grace period. So for 5 minutes you can discover the, gives you time to discover the ghost room. Breaker automatically comes on amateur. But it gives you 5 minutes to set up your equipments in the ghost room and try to figure out the ghost before it starts hunting. So, and I believe intermediate is 2 minutes, and then after professional and after and more difficult will give you, there's no grace period, so it can start hunting immediately if it wants to. So for me to find the ghost room, I prefer the thermometer right off the bat. UV light, and then we'll just grab, it's not gonna hunt for 5 minutes, so we won't need that right at the moment, but let's also grab the video camera. So the video camera is gonna be good for ghost orbs, which I will explain to you if we are able to see it. But they're like little floating balls of light, which indicates that there's a ghost in that room. This is the thermometer. So generally you're gonna look for 5 Celsius and below. That's a good indicator that you are in the ghost room, or when you have cold breath. In higher difficulties, when the breakers are off, sometimes you'll get cold breath if it's snowing throughout the entire house. But this will determine freezing. And then you have your UV light, you turn it on and you'll see UV lights. You'll see like fingerprints, footprints. This is your ghost hunting book. So these are all your ghosts over here. So when you go to the ghost section, you will see all types of ghosts right here. And down here where it says evidence is a type of evidence that this ghost would be needed to be found. So if you have a yokai, you should be getting spirit box, ghost orbs, dots. Here's a little description on the strengths and weaknesses. Now, it's not always accurate. Most of the time it's not. I find it not to be. But just feel free to look through around. This is the evidence. So as you start discovering more evidence, you check it off. So example, we have UV, dots, and spirit box. That gives you a phantom. So you just circle phantom, and when you're ready to leave, you just leave it. You get points if you circle it. So just make sure it's circled. So yeah, pressing it again will cross it out. So if you're sure it's not a phantom, you can just cross it out. So let's just leave this all unchecked. This is gonna be your photos right over here. You can take 10 photos. And then here is your objectives, your optional objectives. These are really handy to complete because when you're doing higher difficulties, such as like nightmares and the multipliers are higher, this will give you a lot of extra points. So it's really good. Right here is the name of the ghost. And yeah, right here tells you your response to everyone. So yeah, so we're not gonna be able to really complete the optional just because we have the basic stuff. We don't have like the crucifix. We can complete this with escape or ghost event. On amateur, it's gonna be a little harder because you don't get as much activity. And then witness a ghost event. So we have two right here: a ghost hunt and a ghost event. So these might be able to get complete. So yeah, so right now we're starting with UV, ghost orbs, or the video camera, and thermometer. So activity does not start until you enter the house. So right now there's nothing. The timer should still be at 5 minutes. So let's get it going. So right away, this is Tanglewood. I like to turn on the lights right over here by the hallway until we're able to find the ghost rooms. On amateur, like I said, it takes a little longer to find the ghost room to get evidence really. So I'm gonna just look for ghost orbs. If I see it, I'll let you know what it looks like. But yeah, this is a very popular map right over here. So let's just walk around the house. We're gonna look for ghost orbs. See what we have. These are the closets. You're able to hide in the closet. So when they're hunting, just make sure you turn off your mic if you have it on toggle and shut off your electronics. So far I'm not seeing ghost orbs. It's better if you have the lights off because you're able to see it more easily. I heard the doors open on this side of the map. Look, you saw that? It just threw something from the kitchen. So there's a high chance the ghost is in this room. It's amateur, so I doubt the ghost is roaming. But you'll have a lot of times where the ghost room could be in the master's bedroom and the ghost is like roaming, so it'll possibly be throwing things over here. I'm not seeing any ghost orbs. Let me just double check, just see what we have. Okay, we don't really have much. Just checking the room. Temperatures are going down. So you have your left side Celsius, and your right side Fahrenheit. So freezing temps is what you generally want to look for. You want to look for 0 and below. Oh, it turned on the lights. Now, the ghosts have all different behaviors. You can determine what the ghost is. For the sake of this video, I will not expose the ghost. What the ghost can be, most likely. It's just a beginner's tips and trick. So right over here, we see that these are two separate rooms. So if this room could be warm and then this room could be cold. So right here, it's getting colder. So most likely this can be the ghost room right over here. Oh, you see it going back up. We're getting a lot of activity over here. So let's check for UV. Look at that. So we have UV on the switch right here. So we can cross out UV. So evidence, we're gonna go to UV, ultraviolet. It touched the door. So when it touches the door, this is what you should see. Now with Obake, it's a little special. It's a little different. Rarely you could tell it's an Obake because it has 6 fingers instead of 5. Oh yeah, and every time it touches the door, the fingerprints will change. So we still got to determine what's the ghost room. I haven't gotten any ghost orbs or temperatures really too alarming. Again, it's amateur. It could take a while, honestly. That's a amateur is like it's easy, but it's also hard because it's a patience game. You really gotta wait. That's the downside to amateur. So lights flicker, goes through that. So let's put the camera down, and so we know we got UV. So let's just leave that here for now. Let's go get some more things in the truck. Let's just turn on the light. We know the ghost room most likely it's not going to be on this side of the house. It's amateur again, so the ghost shouldn't really be doing too much. We're going to look at our clock, see how much we have left on our grace period. So we have about a minute and a half, so let me just grab an incense. It's not going to be too difficult, but I'm just going to grab it just so I don't die potentially early. We're going to grab dots and ghostwriting. So let's go take that in. So once that timer goes to 0, reaches 0, then the ghost can start hunting. So it's important that we keep that in mind. I'm not exactly sure yet. Where's the ghost room? It's throwing. It's very active. It turned off the light. Oh, it turned off the breaker. Interesting. So I'm thinking kitchen is probably the ghost room. Yeah, it's not going. See, it goes down here. So kitchen should be the ghost room. So let's put the dots projector. Let's put it on the corner right over here. Let's hope we get dots. Also, you got to be careful with the ghost room. You see the cold breath right over here? So if I'm standing here, you should see the cold breath. That's a really good indicator that you're in the right spot. So on amateur, you should get all 3 evidence. So if you don't have an evidence, for example, we don't have ghost orbs, and we know this is the ghost room, we can cross out ghost orbs, and it'll just further help us determine what ghost it is. But we know it's not ghost orbs. So we can let's step out because it can hunt any moment, like I said. Breaker's off, by the way. So we know it's not ghost orb. So let's cross it out. So as you see, without crossing it, we have all these options. So let's just cross it out and then remove some options. So now it can be Phantom, Jinn, Goryo, Mimic, Myelin, Demon, Polti. Now there's one thing about this. The Mimic. The Mimic is a very tricky ghost. So Mimic has 1 extra evidence. All ghosts has 3. Mimic has 4. So Mimics always has a ghost orbs, but it's not an official evidence. So if you ever have like 3, which I believe it's UV, no, not ghostwriting, freeze and temps and spirit box, that's Mimic. That it'll like show the Mimic, but ghost orbs is a 4th evidence. Mimic always has 4 evidence. So you just got to be careful with that, because like let's just say you have ghost orbs and you check it off, guess what? It crosses out Mimic because it's not an evidence. That's the thing about the Mimic. It deceives you. It's very deceiving. So just keep in mind, if you have ghost orbs and you check off ghost orbs, it's going to check out Mimic. But it's still a possibility it's a Mimic. If you have, like I said, UV, freezing temps, and spirit box, it can be the Mimic. So for now, though, it's not ghost orbs. So you know it cannot be the Mimic, because Mimic always has a 4th evidence of ghost orbs. But it's not. We don't have ghost orbs. And then we have UV. So that leaves Myelin, Demon, Polti, Goryo, Jinn, and Phantom. It turned off the breaker. And I'll go more into detail. Because it turned off the breaker, it cannot be a Jinn. All ghosts have special abilities, and Jinns just cannot turn off the breaker. So you can just cross it out. So that leaves Phantom, Polti, Demon, Myelin, and Goryo. So it leaves these 5 options. So let's continue to look for more evidence. So, alright, so I have the ghostwriting book. Let's get the breaker on. It'll really help us. Breaker in this map can be either in garage, which in this case it is, or in basement. Breakers should be on. Let's put the ghostwriting book down. Where did my thermometer go? Oh, there it is. It's very tricky because you don't want the ghost to spawn on you. So look at the temps. Notice how the temps are going down. So remember, 0 Celsius and below, or below 0, is freezing temps, or below 32 degrees. That's what you're looking for. But this is for sure the ghost room. Look, we have ghostwriting. You see a ghostwriting? Okay, so we can cross out ghostwriting. That's what it looks like when it's ghostwriting. When you have a camera, this is perfect for taking pictures, because you need to fill up the book with different pictures and different interactions, and it'll give you more money. But we do have, so far we have UV and ghostwriting. Let's see if we can get anything else. Let's just check the thermometer. It's getting really cold. It's right now sitting at about 2, 3. It's hunting. I'm gonna mute. You want to be quiet for times like this, just because you don't want the ghost to find you. So I do believe it's done hunting. We can turn on the lights. So yeah, you always want to shut off your mic and your equipment, so that way you do not get found, because the ghost can detect all of those. So you look at the temperatures, it's going down. It's almost freezing. It doesn't event. So that's one of the jump scares this game does to you. I actually got a little scared right there. That's one of the jump scares that this game does to you. As you can see, it's like right there. It has to be below 0. It's most likely going to be freezing, but it has to be below. So we're most likely going to be dealing with the demon. Let's hide. Okay, so yeah, the hunts are a little quicker on amateur. This is expected. But most likely it's going to be a demon, just given the fact that the temps are getting really low. And it's very active right now, the ghost. It's hunting back to back. This is very demon behavior. Like I said, as you play this game more, and I'll explain it in a further video. So yeah, this is very demon behavior. You see how quick is hunting? Demons are the most aggressive ghosts in the entire, like in this game. They are very, very aggressive. They hunt back to back. They just do not like you. So this is expected of them. Again, I just want to show you that the temperature is getting low before we call it quits and leave. It should be below 0. Look, there we go. We reached below 0 though. That's a confirmation it's freezing temperature. So we can leave now and call it a demon. So we got right here. So we have UV, ghostwriting, freezing temps. So it's a demon. Demons, like I said, a lot of people tend to die from demons just because it constantly hunts. It's one of the most aggressive ghosts in the game. There's ghosts such as like the Shade. They give very little evidence, and they don't hunt if you're inside the ghost room. So it's very hard to determine what the ghost is early game. But yeah, with these 3 evidence, we discovered a demon. So let's leave, and we'll run one more game. See what else we can get. There should be a demon. We completed one of the challenges. I'm not going really for completion of the challenges. But yeah, this is see, demon right over here. So we got all 3 evidence. You can I got this money for, I guess, getting promoted to level 80. Then this is basically how the grading system works. I also completed a daily challenge. So this is your rewards, your multiplier. So whatever you get before this multiplies based on the multiplier. So if you do like Nightmare, you get ×4. You find the ghost, it's 100. You complete all challenges, it's an additional 75. And then let's say you get a perfect investigation, I believe it's $225. Now you get, what is it, 225, 75, 300, $400 multiplied by 4. With the bone included, multiplied by 4 would be 1,600. And then bone evidence is like $50. Photos, I believe, is another 50. So you can get $1,600 for this game had I completed this challenge and done like Nightmare, for an example. So it just all depends on the multiplier. So we have demon. We discovered a demon. Let's do another one again. Let's do Tanglewood again. Small, quick, easy map. Let me just add an incense. Just for the sake of the video. We don't really need it. I just don't want to die while I'm explaining and then having to restart everything. So we have the igniter, the incense, and all tier 1 things. So let's get it going, guys. So once again, we get 5 minutes to determine where the ghost room is and try to find as much evidence as possible. Really hoping we can get spirit box and EMF just so I can show you guys. Let's see what we have over here though. I'm gonna start with ghost orbs. See if we can find some ghost orbs with a video camera. We have 5 minutes. So let's see. I'm gonna leave the lights off for the sake, just to find the orbs. See if we have any. I'm not seeing any. There's nothing here. Going down the hall, nothing. I don't see much in the living room. Masters. Nothing there either. Might not be ghost orbs. We still gotta look though. I heard it touch the door. I'm not exactly sure which door it was. I believe it was one of the hallway doors. Let me just check if this ghost orbs breaker should be on. Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot to explain. Every game has a cursed object. So this is a Ouija board is a cursed object. You can use it to really give you like good information. If you want to start a hunt, be bold and start a hunt. This would be perfect for that too. There's things like monkey paw. You have your music box. So the next thing to do is, oh, that scared me a little bit. It's touching doors here, so this might be the ghost room. Oh, look, we have UV. So UV, we're gonna open the book, cross UV. I don't see any ghost orbs. This might be. I'm not gonna say this is a ghost room yet, but it most likely is. It's throwing things. Look, it's throwing this book now. So with the EMF, you should be able to get some more information. Let's leave some things over here. Just double check. There's no ghost orbs. So let's go get some more stuff. I'm gonna get the EMF to show you what it does, and we'll get the rest of the stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of like curse objects. You have your monkey paw, your Ouija board, voodoo doll. You have there's a mirror. There's a Ouija board, music box. So there's a handful of things. Let's grab these 2 items. Let's go to the room. So I'm just bringing the instance just in case, just as an extra precaution. We can turn on the light here. Turn on the light is very important because it keeps your sanity stable. So it's very active. So the EMF reader. So you're looking for EMF 5 or higher. Indicates that it's EMF level 5 right over here. So if it's like EMF 4 or 4.5, you'll get those a lot. It's not EMF 5. It has to be EMF 5. So you'll see the meter. Look, we have cold breath now. So this is most definitely the ghost room. So let's do spirit box. Spirit box is very important. Be alone in the room. Turn it on. You have your keypads here. It doesn't work yet on Xbox, but let's try it out. You can speak into it. Are you here? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? The EMF is going off. Let's see what we have. It's going off. I guess it touched the door. But it's not EMF 5 yet. So yeah. So over here you have the spirit box. You see the little ghost face on the corner. When it turns red, that means the ghost is listening to you, but it's not responding to you. Can you hear me? Where are you? How old are you? Are you friendly? Can you hear me? Where are you? How old are you? Are you friendly? Can you hear me? How old are you? Where are you? Are you friendly? Can you hear me? How old are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? Do you like cats? Do you like dogs? So we don't have spirit box yet. They can come at a later point of time. Probably is not gonna be spirit box. I'm just checking the temps real quick. Nothing crazy here. EMF is not too crazy either. So let's go grab some more stuff from the truck real quick. We're gonna need some ghost writing and dots. So yeah, all we have right now is UV, ultraviolet. I didn't see any ghost orbs, so I'm gonna cross out ghost orbs. If there's no ghost orbs, like once again, it can't be the mimic. We'll cross that out too. So let's see what else we have. There hasn't been too much activity. I'm not getting much out of it. So let's grab the notebook and the dots. Look at our sanity. Our sanity is 90%. So your sanity does drop a lot slower in on amateur. So its clock is also a 0, so we can get hunted at any given point. It's very important to be careful in the ghost room when it hunts because it can spawn on you. This game is notorious for ghost spawning on top of you, which is one of the downside. Let's see what we can get. Hopefully we can get dots. I would love for you guys to see what it looks like. It's not that great of a placement. Let me see what can I do. It's always best to place it down somewhere. Let me see if I can place it here. Yes, I can. That's decent. Not bad. There's a ghost ball. So those ghost balls are whispers from the ghost. We already have UV, but let's just see if we can get some dots. It's hunting. It's very important to like toggle your mic off and shut off your equipment. That way the ghost is in hear you, because they are very sensitive to it. They can hear you. Oh, we have ghost writing. We can cross that. Oh, it's one of those options again. We have, let's see what we have. It's not EMI. Oh, it's almost 5. It was 4.5. You guys saw that. You guys, it's not 5 yet though. It's not 5 yet. Can you hear me? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? It's freezing. No way. We got a demon 2 times, guys. That never happens. Never. So we have freezing once again. That's really funny. So let's go. It's a demon. That never happens. Back to back a demon. I rarely get demons myself. So that's awesome. Look at that. 2 times. Alright. So yes, that's what we're able to get. Let's do so yeah, the EMF reader. So you have your dots. Dots are a little tricky. They can be a little scary at first, but it'll just show the figure of the ghost walking straight towards you. Then your EMF reader, when the ghost touches something or throws anything, your EMF will go off. Depending on the level of the EMF, depends if you can check it off. 5 and greater is going to be EMF 5 and counts as the evidence. You have your flashlights just generally for seeing. I don't prefer the flashlight because you can have your headgear and there's a flashlight for it, or night vision, and plus takes away space. Having a regular flashlight takes away inventory, opposed to the headgear. Ghostwriting, you saw what ghostwriting does. It just scratches on the book or writes something. Your spirit box, so as you're walking around asking it questions, it'll talk through the box. If it's spirit box, sometimes you won't get a reaction right away, and it could be at a later point in time during the game. Your thermometer, you guys saw firsthand. 0 Celsius and below is freezing temps. 32 Fahrenheit and below is freezing temps. UV could be on the doors, the light switch, the floors. I've seen it on the windows. And then your camera, they look like little floating lights ghost orbs. They look like little floating balls of lights. There's only like one, and that generally indicates where the ghost is. So, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There'll be more content out there, but this is definitely um, something that I hope I can bring interest to the community and bring more players into this new amazing game. So, give me a like, sub,